So, hello everyone. Today we will discuss on the topic, why is the Indian Ocean Dipole IOD in the news? Now, will 2026 witness a climate event similar to 1997, the year of one of the strongest El Nino events in history? Scientists are closely watching the Indian Ocean Dipole. If a positive IOD develops along with a Super El Niño, India could experience unusual monsoon patterns, flood in some regions and drought in others. Now let's understand this important topic from a UPSC perspective. So, what is the Indian Ocean Dipole? The Indian Ocean Dipole IOD is an ocean atmosphere phenomena in the tropical Indian Ocean. It measures the difference in sea surface temperatures between West Indian Ocean, which is near East Africa, and Eastern Indian Ocean, which is near Indonesia and Australia. It is often called the Indian Ocean's version of ENSO, El Nino Southern Oscillation. So, what are the types of IOD? Positive points of IOD. Western Indian Ocean becomes warmer, Eastern Indian Ocean becomes cooler, and moisture shifts towards Africa, and India generally receives better rainfall. What are the negative points of IOD? Eastern Indian Ocean becomes warmer, rainfall shifts towards Indonesia, and India may receive below normal monsoon rainfall. What is neutral? What are the neutral points would be for IOD? They are temperature difference remains small and minimal influence on the monsoon. Why is it in the news so much? So, meteorologists have forecast the possibility of Super El Niño. The major question is, will a strong positive IOD develop alongside the Super El Niño as happened in 1997? Now, if your answer would be yes, so positive IOD may partly offset El Nino's negative impact on India's monsoon. And however, the interaction is highly uncertain. Therefore, scientists worldwide are closely monitoring the Indian Ocean. Now, what happened in 1997? The year 1997 witnessed one of the strongest El Nino events ever recorded. Simultaneously, a very strong positive IOD developed. And the result would be East Africa received devastating floods. Indonesia experienced severe drought and forest fires. And India's monsoon impact was moderated because positive IOD compensated for El Nino. This is why 1997 remains an important benchmark. What is the relationship between El Nino and IOD? So, El Nino occurs in the Pacific Ocean and it weakens Indian monsoon. And IOD occurs in the Indian Ocean and can strengthen or weaken monsoon depending on its phase. So, what is the combination between El Nino and positive IOD? So, El Nino is strong and positive IOD is also strong, and its effect on India will be monsoon damage may reduce, and El Nino would be strong and positive IOD will be weak, and the effect on India will be higher drought risk. Now, the third condition, El Nino will be strong and positive IOD will be negative, so severe monsoon depict possible. Thus, IOD does not eliminate El Nino's impact but can modify it. What is the impact for India? On agriculture, kharif crop production, food security and rural incomes, and water resources, reservoir storage, hydropower generation and drinking water availability. What is the disaster management? Floods, droughts, heat waves, economy, inflation, food prices, and GDP growth. What are the good impacts? So, positive IOD may lead to heavy rainfall in East Africa, drought in Indonesia and Australia, coral bleaching, marine ecosystem disturbances, and fisheries impacts. Thus, IOD is a global climate phenomenon, not just an Indian issue. Now, if we see from the UPSC Prelims facts, so the full form would be Indian of the IOD is Indian Ocean Dipole, region tropical Indian Ocean, measured by difference in sea surface temperature, affects Indian monsoon, East African rainfall, and Australian rainfall and Indonesian climate. Positive IOD generally supports India's monsoon. Now, from the UPSC mains, if we say in the GS paper first, it will be related, the topics will be Indian monsoon, climatology, and ocean atmosphere interaction. And then the GS paper third, agriculture, disaster management, climate change, and food security. Now, from the whole topic, if I would break out the question will be explain the Indian Ocean Dipole IOD, discuss its interaction with El Niño and evaluate its significance for the Indian monsoon. It would be written for 150 words. So this will be the question. And at the last, I just want to conclude my words by just saying that the Indian Ocean Dipole is one of the most important climate drivers influencing India's monsoon. With forecasts indicating a possible Super El Niño, scientists are closely observing whether a strong positive IOD develops as it did in 1997. Understanding this interaction is crucial for agriculture, disaster preparedness, food security, and climate resilience, making it an important topic for UPSC prelims, mains, and interviews. The keywords for UPSC are Indian Ocean Dipole, positive IOD, negative IOD, Super El Niño, ENSO, sea surface temperature, volcanic circulation, monsoon variability, climate change, ocean atmosphere interaction, disaster risk reduction, and food security. So this is all about the information which I have shared to you. I hope you like the way of my explanation. So it is a very important topic which I have discussed you today. So further, if you want the PDF of this topic, so you can join our Telegram channel. The link you will got in the description box. It is there in the description box. So thank you so much.